cool, okay, boo, la, la.
We're not against rap. We're not against rap. We're not against rappers. But we are against those thugs.
An interesting article out of MSNBC, the biggest misinformation channel out there. Let me show you what this bullshit is about. Why Young Thug's arrest should ring alarm bells for Trump. If a rapper can catch a RICO charge over song lyrics, shouldn't a president be able to catch a RICO charge over tweets and more?
This issue's been ruled on by the courts. I knew that question was coming. I believe in the First Amendment. It's one of our most precious rights. However, the First Amendment does not protect people from prosecutors using it as evidence, which it is. In this case, we put it at overt felony acts with the end of the RICO count because we believe that's exactly what it is.
Williams has pled not guilty. His attorney said that he was simply exercising his freedom of speech as an artist and that the state seeks insinuate criminal conduct from quotations from song lyrics and social media posts. On its face, using song lyrics as corroborating evidence of criminality is a questionable practice with major First Amendment implications. That said, courts have ruled that lyrics are admissible evidence, and Willis clearly thinks they can be used to help prove someone violated the state's racketeering, influenced, and corrupt organization statutes, RICO. But what about tweets? Remember Willis' office is also investigating former President Donald Trump for potential RICO charges stemming from his efforts to overturn his 2020 election loss to Joe Biden in Georgia. And if song lyrics can be used to ensure or ensnare a musician in a potential racketeering charge, shouldn't the ex-president face similar scrutiny for his conspiratorial and menacing tweets? Georgia was central in Trump's failed attempt to overturn an election results and keep himself in power. In January 2021, leaked audio revealed he asked Georgia Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger to find more votes in his favor to help him win. But along with that, Trump's tweets about Georgia helped tell the story of an abusive or obsessive loser, one who stopped at nothing to steer a flurry of right-wing anger over non-existent election fraud, with hopes the outrage would keep him in office for as long as he wished. And now that's that old bullshit I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about? Fake ballot boxes. Now, a lot of times you be like, man, is this a myth or is this some real shit? We don't really know. We don't really pay attention.
In California, a criminal investigation is underway after unauthorized ballot boxes began popping up around the state. Now, we can't independently verify these images of what are being called fake drop-off boxes, but people online have been spotting them near churches and gun shops. They look virtually the same as some official boxes. The Republican Party has admitted to placing them in Los Angeles, Fresno, and Orange counties. California's Secretary of State says the boxes are illegal, but the party is refusing to remove them. Scott Lucas is a co-founder of America Unfiltered, a news analysis site on American politics and foreign policy, and he thinks because of these unauthorized boxes, there's a real risk that people's votes may not be counted.
The sort of thing Donald Trump's been talking about without any evidence is that Democrats supposedly have been doing this for years. In fact, the reality is there have been less than 1,200 fraudulent ballots in 40 years across all elections. The Republicans who have put out that false charge are actually in danger of carrying out mail fraud, ballot fraud. Because let's be very clear here. These boxes, according to the California Secretary of State and the California Attorney General, are not authorized. They are not allowed under California's provision for collection of ballots, and it does mean that ballots might not be delivered properly to the true election authorities. The general thing that you hear from Republicans such as Donald Trump is to try to suppress voting, to say, look, don't bother voting with mail-in balloting because it's a fraudulent process. And then if Trump loses the election on November 3rd, to try to take legal action to say, well, mail-in balloting is not legitimate. What you have here in California, however, is that they would like Republicans in the state to win office. They have local contests to win. So not only do they say, well, we need mail-in ballots for our people, but they risk what is possible fraud to collect ballots and possibly not distribute them fairly. And it's not just happened in California, because Donald Trump, who said on the one hand, don't allow mail-in balloting, well, guess what? He told Floridians, go out and cast your mail-in ballots as soon as possible for me.
Reported extensively on Trump's campaign effort as a scapegoat to black election workers, falsely alleging they had fraudulently discarded votes for Trump. And all of these acts were in furtherance of lawless plot to interfere in Georgia's electoral process. It doesn't matter what your notoriety is, what your fame is. If you come to Fulton County, Georgia, and you commit crimes, you are going to be a target and focus of this district attorney's office, and we are going to prosecute you to the fullest extent of the law, Willis said at a news conference last week about Williams' arrest.
Explosive allegations tonight from one of former President Donald Trump's co-defendants right here in Georgia.
He has some pretty bold claims about Fulton County District Attorney FANI Willis. Atlanta News First anchor Tori Cooper has been digging through that court filing. So, Tori, what are they actually claiming here?
Well, tonight, former Trump campaign staffer Michael Roman and his attorney Ashley Merchant are claiming District Attorney FANI Willis had an inappropriate and romantic relationship with the top prosecutor in the case, Nathan Wade. In this new court filing obtained by Atlanta News First, Michael Roman and his attorneys are accusing the Fulton County DA FANI Willis and Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade of having an inappropriate and romantic relationship, and that the two benefited from it. The suit claims Willis and Wade took lavish vacations together and that he used part of his salary from the DA's office to travel with Willis. Roman's attorney claims they discovered that the two went on trips together, quote, outside of court filings. The suit goes on to claim their relationship began before Wade was appointed to the case. They claim Willis also failed to get county approval to appoint Wade as special prosecutor in the case. Roman's attorneys are now asking the court to disqualify both of them from prosecuting the RICO case and to drop all of Roman's charges. Roman's attorneys wouldn't comment any further tonight, and FANI Willis's office told us they will be responding to Roman's suit through proper court filings. As of now, Michael Roman is still facing a lengthy list of conspiracy charges in connection to the alleged fake elector plot, as well as the violation of the Georgia RICO Act.